Well, hello there. How are you? Welcome to Healthy Cooking with Your Friendly Italians. I'm Jim Bero.
And I'm Marilyn Bero.
And we wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
I'm sure everybody's all anxious and trying to either plan to visit someplace or try to get someplace or are cooking and thinking about their Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, you know, if you look at television, you look at the internet, you look in the newspaper, it's all recipes by all these famous chefs about Thanksgiving. Then it's it's ridiculous.
Well, for something that
it's disgusting.
Well, people don't even eat that much turkey, but there must be at least 5,000 recipes on how to cook turkey, let alone all the sides and everything else that goes along with it. But there certainly is. I have never seen so many recipes about what you're supposed to do with a turkey. So I guess what you do is what you like to do, as we always say.
Yeah. Well, so here are some more recipes. What happens is you get so confused, and then you try to pick this and pick that. But anyways, what we're going to do, we're going to try to just give you a few hints about Thanksgiving that might be some helpful. And one of them is going to be on how to take a turkey and cut it into pieces and cook it. And doing this, you're going to cut the cooking time for a turkey down to about 2 hours. The breast is going to be easy to slice. It's going to be nice and moist. And you can take all the bones that you cut out of the turkey and you can make your gravy ahead of time, 2-3 days ahead of time. You can put the dressing right under the turkey breast and let all those wonderful juices seep on down to it. And it's a really interesting way to make it a very stressless. Is that a word? Stressless?
Well, stress-free.
Well, it isn't completely stress-free.
No, it isn't.
But anyways, so we did a little taping on how to cut up a turkey, and then we'll talk about that. And I might even give you some recipes. I don't know. You got a lot of them. You don't need mine. But anyways, we'll see.
There's a few new ones here.
There's a few new ones. So let's roll it. All right, I've taken. There's that turkey right there, all whole and ready to go. And we're going to cut this up. We're going to turn it over on its breast. Well, I guess first what we might want to do.
You're going to cut off
cut the legs off.
There you go. You're going to cut
the wings.
The wings.
And all you have to do is be very easy. Just follow
the joints,
the
really,
joint,
isn't it?
And they will come right off. Okay, so you just slide your way through that, and if you pull down, the bone will come out where the joint is, and you can cut that right off. So we got one of the wings done. We're going to take the tips of these wings off. And we're going to put them in and use them to roast it off to make our gravy or our.
Well, first of all, you're making turkey stock, and then you'll make gravy out of it.
And I'm doing the same exact thing as far as the leg and thigh. I'm cutting the whole thing off again, going down to the joint on the bone, and it should come right off. It's not that big of a deal to do. You don't need to be a butcher.
Right, you don't.
Right.
The other thing it does is it frees up your oven to a certain degree because you don't have to have the turkey in for such a long period of time.
Well,
so you can cook some other things too.
This thing, and you can cook it in 2 hours.
Right.
And you can also get all your dressing done and put that underneath it that we're going to show you, and put that down and this on top. it's sort of a neat way. There's a name for this type of cutting up a turkey or a chicken. It's called spatchcock.
Spatchcock. It's an Alton Brown way of doing it.
Why it's called spatchcock is beyond me.
Well, I think there was a spatchcock chicken that he did at one time, but
okay.
This is his method of, and he actually puts it on a rack up above the stuffing so that the stuffing can brown off a little bit, so that there is some air between the breast and the stuffing.
Yeah, if you take and get a rack, put your stuffing on the bottom of a pan, put your rack on top of it, then put your breast on top of that, and cook it that way, and all the wonderful juices will go on down to the stuffing and enhance the flavor.
It will, but it'll also brown off the stuffing so that it isn't just a wet stuffing either. So.
All right, now what I'm doing is I'm going along the back of the turkey, and I'm cutting each side of that backbone, and we're going to take that backbone, and that's going to be part of what we're going to use for stock, along with the gizzards.
Right.
We are not going to put the liver in. The liver is staying out. Liver muddles the thing up. And
he has his famous poultry scissors, but they're very good.
They're very good. Yeah, it works out very, very well. And so now all we need to do is I made the stuffing, okay, which, here you can make them way ahead of time. And I'm using a stuffing with some apple and cranberry and onions and celery, and just putting that down on a piece of foil, and taking the turkey and just putting it over the top. Now you can also take this and flatten it out more. Put your rack on top of it and do it that way. But you see how nice that fits on there? That is now ready to be put in the oven.
You also have brined your turkey for Thanksgiving, and you will also be putting some butter and some aromatic and some herbs and things under the skin of the breast.
I strongly advise to wet brine your turkey. It makes it so much moister doing it that way. And I'm putting a little butter on over the top of it and salt and pepper. But you can also take the skin of that turkey and take your butter and get it soft and mix it with some herbs.
And put it underneath.
Put it underneath.
That's also true.
And that really helps. And you're using a lot of butter, but
But it also helps if you're doing a whole turkey to do that.
Yes, you can do it either.
There are people that will dry rub their turkey.
Yep.
And do it that way. As I said, what is there, about 1,000 different ways to cook a turkey?
All kinds of ways.
So just do what you want.
If you wet brine a turkey, you can wet brine it up to about 12 hours. What I also recommend that before you put the turkey into the oven, you let it set for about an hour, and then put it on in. And when you take it out, before you cut into it, let it set for about a half hour before you carve it.
Right. And the other thing is that they say if you brine it, that you do not have to bring it up to the temperature. You should keep it at least 10 to 15 degrees lower than the recommended temperature if it has been a wet brine.
Right. I haven't tried a dry brine, so I can't really comment on that. And you want to take it out when the internal temperature reaches 150 degrees. Let it set, and by the time, after that half hour, that'll bring it up to...
It does bring it up to 160.
Yep, and it'll stay nice and moist.
And it also settles the juices so that they don't all flow. It's that's true of most meats, that you should let them set after you roast them.
And when you put it in the oven, start it out... Preheat the oven at 450 degrees and do that for about a half an hour. Turn it down to around 300, 325 and let it cook for 1 hour. So you've got a half an hour in the front plus an hour, and it's going to be done.
The other thing is if it does brown too quickly, you can always make a tent of aluminum foil to keep it from browning if it isn't finished.
And you notice that that was just the breast. If you take your legs and your thighs and your wing portions and put that in a separate roasting pan, they usually take a little longer to cook. So you can pull the breast out and they check the temperature on the rest of it, and if you need to keep it in there, you can keep it in there a little longer. You've already taken the breast out and it's ready to go. And don't worry about getting cold; it'll be fine. So there you have it, another recipe for making a turkey. So enjoy. Marilyn, I want to talk about what's going to be happening here on the December 12th, 13th. 14th and 15th.
It's the celebration of It's a Wonderful Life.
And it's become quite a happening. And this year they are anticipating over 4,000 5K runners to be in this.
That's almost the whole population of this community. It's 2,000 less than the population of Seneca Falls. So we're going to be inundated with visitors.
And they're going to have a big bonfire down at People's Park. There's going to be food being served at the Generation Bank tents. I think.
Well, there's a dinner. You have to sign up for the dinner.
Okay, that's what it is.
That's being catered by the Gould.
Yep. And they're going to be doing the radio play at the old Visitor Center, and that's going to be done on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And one of the actors on Saturday is Jim Bero.
He's
playing Mr. Potter. And he'll be out on the street on Sunday being the grouchy old Mr. Potter.
I don't have to act.
So if you want to go bug him, you can go up and talk to him on Sunday on the street.
And more than likely, someone is going to get married on the bridge.
That usually happens. I haven't heard about it this year, but every other year they have.
And Zuza's going to be here.
Yeah, she is.
And
Carolyn Grimes is the actress that does that.
Yep. And then there's another woman who was in that movie who played
the elder sister.
She's going to be here. Plus, the daughter of Donna Reed,
who played the wife.
The wife.
Yeah.
So that's going to be quite a happening.
So it's become quite a thing.
Yep. So you might want to take advantage of that.
And then I think they're having a chili tasting or something at the stores. They're doing a lot of things.
Right.
All the stores will be open, and and it's a good time to go Christmas shopping in downtown Seneca Falls.
Yep.
And people say, "Oh, you can't do that." Well, you can. There's a lot of wonderful places. Women-made products. You can find all kinds of things. Noni's store. There's all kinds of things. Blossoms has incredible gifts and all kinds of things. So you've got Robinettes. You've got Rose Francis. There are a lot of places to buy gifts in Seneca Falls.
So you should take it. It's going to be a great happening. And if you want to be abused on the street, look for me. I'll abuse you.
That's on Sunday, though. But another Mr. Potter could abuse you on Saturday. So
we've also listed some recipes, and I'm not going to really go through them that much, but we've got a recipe for a cranberry chutney.
Now, I've already made this.
This is made in a crock pot.
This was made in a crock pot, and it's sitting. The problem I found with it is that it wasn't as sweet as I would have liked it. I tried different ways of sweetening. I found the maple syrup. In the recipe, you'll say you can use most anything. I found the maple syrup did the best job of making it interesting.
And there's a recipe for Brussels sprouts. Now, Marilyn and I hate Brussels sprouts. We want no part of Brussels sprouts. And we came up with a Brussels sprout slaw that we actually like.
Well, it's cut very thin and it isn't cooked. So it becomes a slaw, and we have the recipe there. And it really is good, with the cranberries particularly.
Right.
That helps it considerably.
And then we're taking parsnips.
Parsnips, I love parsnips.
And we're adding a little Dijon mustard and some honey to it. And be sure if you're going to do this recipe, cut out the hearts of the parsnips because they tend to get a little bitter, a little heavy. But that's a nice recipe. And then I roast some pears.
Yes, you did.
And mix it with some pomegranate and arugula and put it with a lemon dressing and some goat cheese and cashews. Really, really good. Those are, you can get those recipes that they're a part of this. So you want to take a look at that. So I wasn't going to go through all of them. You've had enough recipes.
There's more food, the Food Channel, The Chew. My goodness, I've never seen so many cooking programs in my life, but that's good.
But I do want to tell these people, our family is coming. Hopefully, if it doesn't, the snow doesn't keep them away. Bero's Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
We're going to start out with a nice cheese platter and some grapes on a tray, with some bread, crostinis, and a little honey that you can drizzle over the cheese. I poached off some figs and some chestnuts, and that'll go along with it. Our son and daughter-in-law from New York City is going to bring down some smoked whitefish from New York City, and we're going to have that.
So there's our hors d'oeuvres.
There's our hors d'oeuvres, and Mike is going to make a special cocktail for us.
We don't know what that is, but Mike
That's
makes excellent cocktails, so we'll have something interesting.
And we'll celebrate with some Rosé Brut, which is a sort of a champagne. And then we get on to the meats. We're going to have a roast turkey, of course.
Right, we're doing it the way was just demonstrated.
And a nice stuffing, which is going to have some cranberries and apples and nuts in it, and a gravy and the cranberry compote. And then, as I always do, I always throw something extra in there. I got to show my Italian in me.
Well, Jim, to be honest, Jim really doesn't like turkey. If it was up to him, we wouldn't even have turkey.
You're right.
But there's a couple of us that have requested turkey for Thanksgiving.
Gnocchis, brujol, anyway. And I'm going to do a porchetta, which is a pork shoulder that you cook for a long period of time. We're going to put that in a bed of sautéed kale. And then we're going to do the baked mashed potatoes, which we talked about the last time, and the Brussels sprouts and the parsnips and the arugula. And then we went up to Trader Joe's, and we got a pumpkin cheesecake.
Well, our grandson loves cheesecake, and he's now fallen in love with pumpkin cheesecake. So instead of making it, we bought it.
Well, we're not very good at it.
We're not bakers,
right.
So this is a New York-style cheesecake. So we're sure that that'll work out.
And then we're buying a apple pie.
And this is David and Rita's has a bakery across from the Gould at the Opera Block. And we ordered an apple, cranberry, walnut pie. And I'm picking that up, and we're serving both of these with ice cream.
So that's our dinner. So if it snows a lot and our kids don't show up, come on over. We'll have a lot of food.
We're going to
have Thanksgiving.
Well, Jim would be totally embarrassed if he ran out of food. That wouldn't work very well.
I would have to kill myself.
This is Italian inbred. I think it comes with the DNA. But anyway, we'll have a lot of food. We should have a lot of fun, and we're really excited that we're able to cook this. We haven't cooked a Thanksgiving dinner in a long time. So, and the other thing is, please plan ahead and don't harry yourself. I mean, we've looked at this very carefully. We do something, we did some things on Monday. We're doing some things on Tuesday. We'll do some things on Wednesday. But make it fun, and don't make it so complicated that you don't even enjoy your holiday, because the important thing is to be with your family and friends.
Absolutely.
That's the most important
thing. That's what it's all about. And as I mentioned earlier, next time we're going to have New York Deli and Noni's are going to come, and we're going to talk about what they have to offer for Christmas. We're going to start talking about Christmas, which is just around the corner.
And some of the Italian traditions that are so important to Italian families.
And I just want to mention that these people, the people that own the New York Deli, are people that have given to this community and continue to give.
Pat and Ann Sandroni.
And every Thanksgiving, they serve between 300 and 400 people, of people that don't have family or are incapacitated
or aren't able to make dinner or are all alone, and they make a Thanksgiving dinner all day.
Yeah.
That's free.
Yeah, free.
And a lot of people have donated turkeys to them. We've done this for years. We just bring them a turkey, several days ahead of time, and they serve the community. And I don't think people really know about it that much, to realize that these people really do an excellent job and do a lot more for the community than just this.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. They're
Right.
great people. So they're gonna be with us, and we're gonna be starting to talk about Christmas. So enjoy Thanksgiving, and if it snows a lot, come see us. We have a lot of food available. Bye bye. Ciao.
Ciao.